Senators, I rise in opposition. SCA 17 is a travesty. Here we are, a member could be elected. Within the first day, they could be suspended. They could go 4 years without representation in their district. 4 years. And if the member was in collaboration with, say, an assembly member, those constituents wouldn't have representation in either house. And we're doing this because the Rules Committee refuses to allow SR 29 to come to the floor. This body has not allowed something as simple as an honest and open debate to expel a senator who's been found guilty of 8 felonies. That's all that's required. If we had that honest and open debate, then we wouldn't be here today trying to change the Constitution. We wouldn't have to be here as part of the good old boys system, protecting members because we believe senators are above the law. We're not above the law. We shouldn't have to change the laws because the majority party refuses to allow an honest and open debate. And look, I get it. You can do anything you want. You can table as many of my amendments as you wish. You can hide your votes from your constituents as much as you like. And I can't stop that. But I can speak out when I believe that what you're doing is simply un-American. See, what you're asking for, our forefathers understood was wrong. That's why they included expulsion, because they understood that nobody should go without representation. The other thing is, and I think that it's not hard to understand, anybody watching our proceedings can see that we have a history, a pattern of bullying and abuse that both the pro tem and the speaker have used. We've had members who wouldn't post a vote because they thought it would hurt their district, being simply moved overnight across the street and not allowed an office inside the Capitol. We had 3 senators who were locked out of their offices. Their staff couldn't get in, they couldn't get in, and it's bad enough that their constituents didn't have those services that we are offered. But on top of it now, you're going to say you have the ability to send somebody home without pay. And what is the measurement of that? Is it because I dare speak against the pro tem's bill? Is it because I dare speak up on behalf of my constituents? Is it because I dare to ask you to be on record and not table amendments? So what? I should expect to be packing it up, going home, being suspended without pay? You know, you have all these bills that you've put out that are supposed to fix everything that's wrong here, yet you won't have one honest and open debate on whether a member who's been found guilty of 8 felonies should be expelled. So we're going to run all these other bills later on this floor to analyze whether this is in the best interest of Californians, supposedly to clean the stinky house of all the corruption. We're going to lower what the gifts are. We're going to limit when someone can donate to you. We're going to do all these things. And I would submit to you that no donation of $4,100 will have as much influence, much chilling power over another member as being suspended without provocation. Because after all, that same provocation would have been enough to have a vote to expel that member. And if we did expel that member, their constituents would have a vote and they would have a replacement, somebody to represent them. But it seems this year, in particular, this body doesn't care what happens to constituents. This body doesn't care whether people have rights in our state or not. We're all focused on sweeping everything under the rug, hiding behind all the procedures that we're able to use on this floor, as opposed to being clear of conscience and allowing an honest and open debate. My, how we change everything to accommodate that, when all we have to do is have an honest and open debate. And yet that will never occur on this floor under this leadership at this time. Because if we did, we wouldn't need all these other bills. And the most disappointing part to me is that it doesn't seem to matter. That, we all come up here with the best interests and the best things in mind of how we want the future for our children. And yet what no country's been able to take from us through force, we're going to lose with a vote in our Constitution. I think it's wrong. I think we're going down the wrong path. I think we should do better. We deserve better. Our constituents deserve better from us. This isn't about punishing members or disallowing them from votes because we don't believe that they belong here. This is plain and simply a power grab using a crisis to get there. And I think it's wrong, and I urge a no vote.